Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel Curiosity Box, and this video I've decided to start a new series for this channel, and it's what art I created in each month of the year. So this is what I created in January 2018. I was going to do this as a slideshow, but I'd make it a bit more personal and talk you through it. So if you want to see my art as soon as I've made it, then please do visit my art blog and subscribe to follow my art blog, and then you'll get updates of the art as soon as it's put up. Now some of my art is just, you can just see it on Twitter because it's like a playful doodle. So be sure to follow me at Curiosity Box on Twitter to see any of the little doodles or fun pieces that I make. So to see all my art, you need to follow both of these places. So we start with sketchbook. Now, since last year I am very new to having a sketchbook, so I don't really use it as much as like other artists might do. So, but this is what occurred in my sketchbook. First of all, I'll show you something my dad did. I asked him to draw something, and we've got this ornament of a lady on our shelves, and she's like a very buxom lady, and that was my dad's attempt at drawing it. So that's my dad's style of art. So this is some doodles. These are some doodles that I started at the start of the year. So I started drawing Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and it turned into a caricature, and then I just doodled, and I had an idea for a bird because I found out that owls have really long legs, so I thought an idea was to have an owl posing about in like skinny jeans. So I did that, and then a doggy. And then this one is like trying to draw Family Guy from memory, and it actually came out like Nardole, so I thought it was cute. And then that's Meg Griffin, and that's Lois, and this is Kane from Emmerdale, and that was just like a sketch I was doing, and then I did a face and a flower, and trying to draw a Mickey Mouse from memory. Well, sort of a version of Mickey Mouse, and then I did this cat washing its arse, but then I sort of got a bit confused where the tail goes. So yeah, it's just doodles, and that's like a person I tried to draw, and it didn't come out right, but anyway. And then I saw a tweet about line of action, so I practiced some line of action doodling, and this was meant to be Marlon from Emmerdale, and it came out as sort of a caricature. And then I did some Harry Potter. So this is Dumbledore being all nice and fawning over Harry, and that's Ron being, oh, piss off Harry, and that's Hermione going, boys. And then somebody yawning, and then Stewie from memory, and Brian Griffin from memory, then Carrie Hope Fletcher from memory, and then just that was Ian Lee, little doodle. These are just random people and a cat. So that was my doodle session. And then I did a page of drawing Harry Potter from memory. So I got Harry, Ron and Hermione, Miss McGonagall, Hagrid, Snape, Dumbledore and Draco Malfoy. So that's all I did in the sketchbook for January. then I follow on Twitter. I follow the Magic Realism bot, and it's really cool because it tweets out like magic realism, like just one sentence stories, like, oh, well, they're more like just one sentence, like there's a ship that lands in port but eats a castle or something like that. And one of them was, there's a telepathic panda who can move the stars with its mind. See, that inspired me to do this drawing of a panda, and it's the adult panda and the baby panda, and the adult panda is moving the stars into a heart shape. It's moving. Oh yeah, it was telepathic panda moving shooting stars with its mind. So it's moving the shooting stars into a heart shape. See, that's my star panda picture. Now, whenever I draw something, I keep them usually draw on loose leaf paper, and I keep them in these folders. So let me, okay. So this is I tried to do a portrait of Jodie, and that's the when she realised, the doctor realised that she was a woman now. That's the oh brilliant moment just before she said it. So that's my Jodie picture. And then I have a book of models doing different poses, so I decided to draw the costume, Jodie in the costume, and try and practice drawing it in different poses, and it came out like a cute cartoon. And then this is my first webcomic of the year, and it's about watching classic Corrie with Mum, because this year we've started watching the repeats of classic Coronation Street, and it's really fun and it's a nice routine, and I hope they keep showing, I hope ITV2 keep, or ITV3, whichever channel it's on, I hope they keep showing it so it goes into the 90s, because that's when I was a teenager and it'd be really cool to see all the pop culture. So this is about seeing all the things from the 80s. And then I did another portrait of Jodie, and I did it in what I do, try to do a base of marker pen, and then I do pencil over the top. I should have probably done marker pen on this rainbow part of her shirt, because the trouble is with when you use coloured pencil, it can be hard for the computer scanner to scan it properly, because the light penetrates through the layers, and it did a bit when I put this online, so that's what it looks like in real life. And then my next webcomic story was about when I was at school. I wasn't really into makeup at all. I didn't really discover putting makeup on and fancy dresses on until I was at sixth form, and I was only doing that because I really fancied my art teacher, and I was thinking, if I put loads of makeup on and the skimpiest clothes, he'll be really attracted to me, and it'd be all romantic, and he'll be like a Disney prince and whisk me off. See, that was my mindset at sixth form. See, but I did have one makeup item at high school, and it was this sugar plum lip salve from Boots. And I've kept it in a special case and everything. and kept it in the pocket of my blazer, and it just felt so fancy that and so that's what that comic is about. And then we've got this webcomic, and this is about sort of when my sort of delusional stuff occurred, the origins of me not really understanding reality sometimes. And this was when I was a kid, and it was really difficult. I'd be in my room hugging my radiator, and in my head I'd start saying I want to go home, and it would kind of freak me out because I thought, my brain couldn't cope with, hang on, there's another reality, there's aliens, I don't actually live on this planet. And then because apparently this is a really common experience among autistic people, is feeling like you're not like you're on the wrong planet, and that perhaps this planet isn't your actual home. That's a really common feeling, which prompted me doing this webcomic. And this is how I felt when I was in the 80s, a kid in the 80s, and there wasn't really any support about being autistic, and we didn't actually know that I was autistic. I was just really, really quiet, and it was a bit scary, and it was very scary, and I was picked on a lot, but I didn't know why. And then when the X-Files started, that's when I really got sucked into delusional thinking about aliens and conspiracy theories, and it took over my mind. And I still didn't really understand myself, and I had all these like magical thinking theories and stuff. And at sixth form I was called Crazy Helen because I'd read about aliens and past lives, and I'd convinced myself that my past life was a hippie in the 60s that died during a protest or something, and I dressed as a hippie, and I actually told them. Well, be careful if you tell people your delusions, because it can be tricky. And another thing is when sometimes I see stuff and read stuff, and then it gets mixed up in my head and into a different thing entirely. And I had this thing where I thought that I saw a show, a history programme, where it said before the Queen had champagne bottles to launch ships with, they used little buoys and chucked little buoys against the bow of the ship until their bones broke. And I think my head must have seen or read two different things and put it all together and mixed it all up. And that's what I was spouting on about at sixth form one day. And they were like, I got called Crazy Helen, and and this comic explains that since I found Artscape and got to meet lots of other autistic people, and found the actually autistic community on Twitter, and read about everybody's experiences, it's about how I can understand myself more, because before I was internal and delusional, and I couldn't objectively look at myself from the outside. So being being part of the actually autistic family on Twitter and meeting autistics at Artscape gave me the magnifying glass to be able to step outside myself and understand my experiences. And this comic says here that it's really important for autistic kids to know they're autistic and that there are shared experiences and there are people to talk to, which is why parents of autistic kids should always listen to actually autistic people and actually autistic adults, because they know what it feels like. And don't dismiss actually autistic adults, because we do know what it feels like, because we were autistic kids. So that's what that comic is about. And then I got into shipping. I didn't just get into shipping, I ship a lot of people on my TV shows that I like. But I got into this one, and it's Ross Barton and Joe Tate on Emmerdale. And I got into it because one of the episodes, I think somebody slightly mentioned it, and then Joe Tate said, then Joe Tate has this guy called Graham who's it's like Batman. Joe Tate is basically Batman and Graham is Alfred. And Graham was saying, why's Ross? Why does he want to hang out with you now? And Joe says, oh, I don't know, man crush. And it's like, that's the trouble with Emmerdale. They can tease the fans a little bit by making it a bit saucy and then not do anything about it, which is very annoying. But they are very LGBT plus however many other letters friendly, because we've got Vanity, which is Charity and Vanessa, and we've got Rob Ron, which is Aaron and Robert. But I really like Joss, which is Joe Tate and Ross, and mainly because they're hot. But I got really upset because Ross is going to be in this new storyline where he has an acid attack, and I got really upset last week about it. But it's okay because Mike, who plays Ross, does the podcast with Adam Fielding, which is awesome, and it does help to see him for real out of character doing the podcast, because I do tend to get caught up in fiction and sucked into fiction a lot. And my dad keeps saying, oh, you don't know reality from fantasy. Dad thinks that I don't get I get sort of confused with what's real and what isn't. And I sort of do, because I know it's pretend fiction, but it's just, and Dad says, if you don't like it, stop reading. If you don't like it, stop watching it. It's like, I can't just switch off not caring. I can't switch off my emotions for a story, because my emotions for fiction and empathy for fiction is huge. It's just, which is what this webcomic is about. This webcomic is about how big my emotions for fiction and fictional characters and stories are. Because the rational part of my brain is one tiny little neuron saying, it's only pretend, it's just a story. But then the emotion part of my brain is this big dino dragon. It's a dinosaur crossed with a dragon, and it's like, and that takes over, and it's just explodes inside, and I can't, and because of my in my brain I'm very impulsive and sort of reactive, and I don't really have much self-restraint, because so it's very hard to keep restrained and very hard to be logical about my emotions. It's just emotional dragging that comes up, and it's like I know it's pretend and it's fiction and it's a story, but I can't just switch. I can't just switch off and say I don't like that thing, so I'm not going to engage with it. It's fiction. I can't help but care and love it and engage with it and be really passionate about it. And Dad was saying, oh, if you don't like it, just don't watch it. It's like, it's not that. See, I had to draw this to get on my feelings because it was on Tuesday. They had the publicity about Ross Barton's storyline, and my feelings just burst out, and I had to get out of bed, have my breakfast, and get it down on paper because I just had to explain my feelings, and it was really difficult. So I sort of have slightly got stuck in my shipping mode, and I'm trying to get out of it now because I don't know if they're going to put these characters together, but it would be really cool if they did. But I don't want to, because I love drawing them together, but I kind of get a bit sad because it might not even happen. And I do have loads of questions about fandom and shipping, so I think I might put that in a separate video. See, I did this one, and I have quite a big library of reference books, and I was trying to do a Disney style or like a cartoon style. This isn't quite how I wanted it to turn out, but this is the style that I did, and this is based on Mac Parr's comments in a video. Mac Parr's comments in the publicity for his storyline, and he said he's starting to really like Joe, and he wants to be on Team Joe, and then we think, oh, that's so romantic. And you're like, he'd rather be loyal to Joe and be on Joe's team. And saying all these things in the publicity, and I thought, I do Ross in a Team Joe shirt, and Joe's all, oh, and that's so sweet. And then I went back to my more realistic style, which is the style that I'm a lot more comfortable with doing. I'm a lot more comfortable with aiming for realism than I am at aiming for stylized cartoon stuff. So I did this one, and it's romantic and dancing, and whenever I do pictures, there's always a song. Well, there's often a song that goes with it, and I just think of them both all romantic, and I think all these like love songs in my head, but then it makes me sad because I don't know if the story they're going to do that, because Rossi's going to have a trauma, and we're going to see how brilliant Mark Parr is at acting and doing this story. But I hope Joe Tate looks after him, and that's what this picture is about. And it's like, oh. So those are the original artworks I've been making this month. Another thing this month that I've got really into was there's a Family Guy app out called Family Guy Yourself. Let me just bring it up. I'll show you my iPad now. And it's this. You just go to familyguyyourself.com, and then you can make people. So get started, and then you can just make people in this app, and you pick a body type, and then you can pick all the different features. So I got really into doing that. So I'll show you who I made. Well, what I started off, I made Judy. But no, actually, yeah, I started off because we was into classic Corrie. Started off with Phyllis from Classic Coronation Street because she's really fun. So this is Phyllis. Let me zoom in a bit. Sorry, I've got a bit of a wonky setup. So this is Phyllis from Corrie, and let me adjust the first for Corey, and then I did Percy Sugden from Classic Corey, and in the storyline he's got a formation dancing team, so you get to pick background, so I thought that would be the perfect background for him in his formation dancing team. So let me just find over his, and then I did made myself and put it in the Chris's room because there's like a dinosaur Godzilla figure and fish tank, and it looks like it. And a superhero poster, and that's I'm a geek like that. So then I attempted Jodie. Obviously there wasn't anything that was like her coat. That's the closest I could get to her costume. So that's Jodie. And then I did Eva in current Coronation Street. Eva at the bar, and then that's Carla. Then I did Phelan and Andy. Then did Roy and Daniel. Although I might, if I'm not sure if I'd redo this one or not, because Daniel, Rob, who plays him, is sort of, bum chins, like Phoebe bum chins on Friends. Well, he's sort of got one of them, and you can pick a bum chin for his face, but I wasn't sure, and I got that one. But I think it's close enough, and he's in a bedroom because I've got a really huge crush on him. I love Daniel. I love Rob Mallard. And then we've got Peter Barlow. And we like that one. This is really fun app. And got Toya. Then let me find this that I did. And then we've got Tim and Sally. Oh yeah, that's David Platt. And then I tried 2 different David Platts. Then we've got Shona. Ken Barlow, this Classic Corey Ken Barlow. And Dee Dee Classic Corey. And then Mark Baldwin, and that's from the story when she had an affair with Mark Baldwin. And then I made Ian Lee, and that was quite a popular one. So popular, this guy just said, make me. So I made him one. I did that one for him. And then I did the Grand Tour, Jeremy Clarkson one. And a James May one. And Richard Hammond one. I really like how that came out. So this is really fun doing these. And then I got a request for one. And then I did the royals, so I tried Meghan Markle with Harry. I think the boys came out the best. And then I did William and Kate. And then I did Carrie Hope Fletcher, and she's singing in front of the musical. I tried Oliver Ormston, but it didn't come out that good, I don't think. And I did the Friends cast, so there's Monica, Rachel, Phoebe, Ross, because he's got the rocks and the Godzilla, Chandler, and Joey. I think that's all of them. Yeah, other creative things I did, I made a new thumbnail for the end of my videos. Well, end card, thumbnail, whatever. and I made that one. Yeah, I had to adjust it to make it fit. So I did those. And I made that for my Who Ventures channel. Go subscribe to my Who Ventures channel, please, because I really need the subscribers and the watch hours to save the monetization. And also keep telling your mates to subscribe to this chat to Curiosity Wax too, because I need a load more watch hours and subscribers, please. And I made a new channel banner because I thought I'd update my channel banner. I'm trying to do all the things that you have to do to update everything so you get more views. And then I made my Josh ship, so I made Frost Barton and Joe Tate. Obviously I prefer if there are more delicate features for Joe, but you only get certain features if you want the shaved face look. And then the rest of is lots of reference pictures. So when I'm sort of obsessed with characters and people I want to draw, I tend to collect a lot of reference pictures. So I got a load of Jodie, which is annoying because it fills up my iPad very quickly. Then this was breakfast today. So yeah, I hope you have enjoyed seeing all the art I created in the month of January 2018. Then if you want to keep up with the art as I make it, then please follow these these addresses. I'll put actual links in the description box. So I hope you have enjoyed this look at my art, and thank you for watching. Yay!